Hello and welcome once again to Mashinky. So last episode we left off with a bit of a choice, and that choice is whether to demolish everything or try and fit the new stuff in where it currently sits. And I had a decision right up until this moment. And now I'm not 100% sure if I should or not. No, you know what? I decided this is what I'm gonna do. I am demolishing everything. Oh my god. So to prepare for this ridiculous thing, I'm gonna let the game run for a little while, build up, you know, a good sort of 40,000 money tokens. I want a couple of thousand in sort of coal and wood. I would like a lot of steel as well, but that's probably not going to happen. Now, I'm not going to make you sit through and wait while I build up all these tokens. I'm probably just going to skip ahead until I have the tokens, and then, you know, I'll start taking bits apart, and then again we'll skip ahead to where I've finished, and then we'll start laying down sort of the new tracks and stuff. Because I'm not cruel enough to make you sit through it all. I'm going to end up sitting through it all, but, you know, I'm playing the game. How am I actually going to build? I mean, because we've got a lot of materials over here, and we've got a lot of sites that we need to deliver sort of up and to the left. See, I really don't want to block off half of the map like I have at the moment with this lot. I'm going to have to sort of go across to take all the materials. Now, one thing that I am going to do is split everything onto two sets of tracks. And what I mean by that is, obviously at the moment, things like this are slowing down because all the trains are running and trying to go to all of these stations. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to have... I've not decided whether I'm going to go with 2 or 3 tracks, and then split, say, 6 stations between them. So for this one, for example, I'd have a second track running just there, and that track will go to these 2 stations, and this track will go to these 2. And, you know, the line will run parallel to itself all around, basically. And that way I can sort of split the amount of trains on this line in half. And so that will help with, you know, the throughput, like that at the moment. That is just slow. Whereas if I had another line, half of those trains would be on that one, and it would speed it up. But that's the main sort of plan at the moment, although how I'm going to do it I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, as I say, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to go with each thing, of course. I mean, I'm going to have to move a lot of materials, so my tracks are going to end up longer. I might end up with, like, a main loop somewhere in the middle. I don't know. This is difficult. As I say, I mean, I can just rip up everything I've done. That's not so much a problem. My real problem is, how am I going to connect it in a better way than I have currently? I mean, there are lots of ways I could do it. Oh. Did I just build a random piece of track? If I did, I can't see it. Never mind. But I've made you sit through 5 minutes of this, so I'm going to pause the recording now, guys. Let it tick over for a little bit more. And by then I will have made a definite decision on what I'm doing. Hello, and welcome back. So I've let the game run on a little while, and as you can see, we've got a decent amount of money and supplies. I think this is at the point where I'm going to start doing what I need to do. Now, mostly I just need to start sending all of the wayward trains back to the depot. So if we go from here, that shows me the train. I can't send them back to the depot from this, can I? Oh, that's a shame. So I'm going to have to go through each train. Oh well. Go to the depot. Go to the depot. I am pretty much just going to sell all of these as well. I know that I could keep some of them, but most of them are pretty old at this point, so there's not much point. Oh, I'm going to have 100 trains, aren't I? I'm just going to select some at random for the minute. Oh, no, go to the depot. Thank you. Damn it. Come on. Oh dear. Well, we've got a few in the depot, so let's start selling them off. I'll keep the carriages for the moment, although no, all these are old carriages as well. I really don't need those either. Oh, this might take a while. Now those I can keep because there isn't an upgrade to those. Same as post I can keep. The second class I'll keep. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Go away, 1,000 information. Right. You go to the depot. You go to depot. Going, that one's going, you can go to the depot. I'm just catching trains now. Oh, and lots of them sitting there again. Yay. Again, I'm going to keep those. I may as well keep those. Yeah, that'll be fine. I wonder what happens to the passengers and the stuff that's already on a train when I send it to a depot. I have no idea. I hope it's not just deleted. That would be such a waste. Yep, they're all off to the depot. Those 3 are off. Loads of trains down this one. Obviously, a lot of my stations are going to start backing up with resources, but again, that doesn't really matter because I'm going to delete half the stations next as well. Right, I'm going to finish clearing the trains, guys, so I will bring you back once I start actually demolishing things. And we have finally finished. We have 0 trains left. Oh my god, that took a while. Right, next up, track removal. Oh god, I'm actually doing this, aren't I? It's a shame that I can't just bulldoze. Well, I can bulldoze some bits. I'm just worried about demolishing a town and stuff like that as well. And that takes a little while to fully load. That would disconnect a station. I'm trying to delete the entire station. There you go, piece by piece then. Suppose we'll do it layer by layer, that'll work. Now, don't get me wrong, I may end up putting some of this right back where I'm deleting it from, and it's a little wasteful what I'm doing, however, you know, I came to the decision that this is what I'm going to do, so this is what I'm going to do, no matter what the waste. Do I get money back for deleting some of that, or does it cost me? I have no idea, my money's far too high for me to actually tell. Which is probably a good thing, because... Now doing this is going to empty all the stations, which is unfortunate, but... I told you to delete, like, a whole section. Oh, because there's a... Really? Just go away. It's like it doesn't want me to delete the stations because there's too many people at them or something. Just like, no, are you sure you want to delete 1,000 people that are at your station? Yes, I am sure. Oh my god, wow, we've barely done anything. Again, I will bring you guys back once I have removed everything that I can see. And welcome back. So as you can see, we've cleared the map. Oh my god, that took me a while. That would have been the whole episode just on its own. Dear God. Now, for the most part, I've left upgrades and things like that I've built. So at the sawmills and stuff like that, for example, I've left all the upgrades there. No point deleting those. I'm gonna need them again. Well, I say I'm gonna need them again. I'll probably need them again if that's the station that I use. Now, as you can see, these cities are a bit weird with how they've grown. I added a little bit of road just to reconnect some of the cities where they were broken beyond belief. But yeah, how I'm going to actually shift people around these cities, I have no idea. That might be one of the first things I do, just to get it done. Maybe. But yeah, it's something alright. So thankfully we've already got rid of most of the mountains, so they're not going to be in the way. So I've got to decide what I'm doing and where I'm putting it. I mean, should passengers and mail be the very first thing I do? I mean, I could put passengers and mail round. Could put them around several loops though as well. See, I'm not sure whether I want 2 platforms for passengers, or, well, 2 platforms, one for post, one for passengers, then 4 platforms for industry. Because I think that would be a really good sort of split. And if I do that, then I can have sort of 3 rails. Would it go 3 rails, or would I end up with 4 rails? Yeah, I'd probably end up with 4 rails, wouldn't I? 2 for the 4 stations that are industry, and 2 for, like, 1 for post and 1 for passengers. Because, I mean, I could use different trains for both post and passengers. Because post doesn't really care about speed. Well, nor does passengers, really. None of it cares about speed. I mean, I do want to try the GM40Ps. Then again, I've still got this that needs to go to several passengers. Like, you know, I know I'll only get another one of those, but it's a quest that's been sitting on my line for ages, so I would like to get rid of it at least. I'm still not entirely sure how I'm going to reconnect all of this up now. My god, the ground looks horrible where I... You know what, let's speed up time a little. Because I've got no... Ooh, I left a bit of station there. No longer. Any more? No? Oh look, the ground's all... there we go. Now it looks like a fresh map. Can't even tell that I'd ever built anything. Except for the lopsided cities. But I think I'm going to end the episode there, guys. So next episode we will start rebuilding infrastructure. I might go with passengers first, although what do most of the trains require to run on? Oil. Okay. Because yeah, I could use the Sasha to do most of my heavy lifting, because that's a decent tonnage, 650. Yeah, I mean that's, you know, 2 of those. It's higher than those. And it's a little shorter than, or it's about the same size as 2 of those together. So yeah, that's the perfect sort of heavy lifter. And it goes at a decent speed as well. So this will be my sort of main workhorse for all of the factories and everything else. And I might use like the GM40 for very particular things, but because that costs money and oil, it's a little bit nah. But yeah, so I think the V220 will be passengers, and the Sasha will be sort of goods and services. That sounds good. Because I mean, the wagons for passengers, yeah, 50 tons, 35 tons, they're a lot smaller than, say, I don't know, iron, 58 tons. Oh, actually, no, they're not that much different, are they? We'll see. But yeah, I think the Sasha is going to be the main workhorse. Because it's a decent speed, a decent weight. So yeah. But that will have to wait until the next episode, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know it's been sort of very cutty and trying to come up with the right words. I can speak, honestly. It's jumped around quite a lot this episode, but hopefully you enjoyed. So please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you next time.